everyone, I'm Erin, and I'm going to be starting to do book reviews on this channel, Page Turner Books. This is going to be quite awkward, like this beginning of this part, because honestly, you guys don't know me, so yeah, but I also make beauty videos on YouTube, so if you want to check those out, I'll have them in the down bar. I'll have the link to my channel. And I really love to read, and I'm 14 years old, and so I love to read, and a lot of my friends don't share that love of reading, so I thought I'd make videos. So I guess we'll get started. Today I'm reviewing 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and I read this off my Kindle, so I don't have the actual book, which really annoys me. And this book has 288 pages, so I'm just going to get started by reading the summary. Clay Jensen returns home from school to find a mysterious box with his name on it, lying on his porch. Inside he discovers 13 cassette tapes recorded by Hannah Baker, his classmate and crush who committed suicide 2 weeks earlier. On tape, Hannah explains that there are 13 reasons why she decided to end her life. Clay is one of them. If he listens, he'll find out how he made the list. So, yeah, I guess that's basically what the story's about. It's definitely not a very happy story, but it's definitely an amazing story, and I'm going to get started by talking about the plot. And by the way, I have a paper, and it's just there's notes on it because I go scatterbrained a lot, so don't judge. I loved this idea, and I felt like it's such a unique idea for a book, and it's something you can either execute amazingly or it can be a total train wreck, and I felt like this book was executed so well, and it definitely was something that you wouldn't expect when you read the summary and stuff. You don't expect the book to be like this, but it was better than you expect. I feel like why I was executed so well is because the writing, it really made me feel all the descriptions, everything. It really made me feel like I was living this story and living this experience with Clay. And it just definitely grabbed me. And I didn't think it would grab me that much because I'm definitely one of those people who loves thrillers. I'm not one to really read kind of depressing, thinking books. Like, this book definitely makes you think. And I'm definitely not one to really do that kind of, I'm not one to read these kind of books. So it definitely surprised me when it grabbed me by the very first chapter. Oh, it was just so good. I couldn't even put it down, and that's all I could say. It definitely really makes you think about what you say to people and how that really affects the heart. And it depends how you take this book. Obviously for me, that's how I felt. That's how I felt it taught me that you don't necessarily, if you're joking about something, you say, oh, you're so stupid or something like that. It can really hurt someone, and even if they know you're joking, it still hurts and stuff like that. So it definitely this is definitely a book I will never forget, and all because of the plot and all because of the writing, and I just felt like I was in the book, and yeah. So I'm talking about the two main characters, Clay and Hannah. Clay was built very nicely, very builded up, and he was definitely somebody I would get along with. I felt as I was reading the parts where he was walking down the streets, and I felt like I could feel his emotions in his mind, and as he was walking down the street, walking to the different places, and it's just, I almost started crying. It was just, his emotions hit me right here, and it's just he's a great character. And I found a love for his character by the very end of the book. Now let's talk about Hannah. She was not my favorite character, and I know a lot of people loved her and a lot of people cried for her. I didn't see it. I feel like she was very whiny and very annoying, and just the way she talked felt like she never looked at the positives. She always looked at the negatives, and I was like, oh, these 13 reasons why are going to be absolutely horrible. But they weren't that bad, and I feel like those weren't reasons to end your life. It kind of frustrated me that she was dead, and it's when you hear the Clay's part of the story, you really just you get really frustrated. You're like, oh my gosh, but now she's dead, and you can't change anything. So you know the outcome of the story before you even read the end of the book. So I felt like she was kind of annoying and she frustrated me a little bit, just because I feel like after reading some of these people's storylines, how they affected her suicide, I felt like it just really frustrated me and got me a little bit pissed off that she's dead. So you can't really change the ending and how it ended, and it just kind of frustrated me. So this book, I gave it an A, not an A+, because I felt that Hannah's character kind of ruined the A+ moment for me. So yeah, that was my book review on 13 Reasons Why. If you have any more books that you want me to read, then just tell me down below in the comments, and please subscribe and you will get to more of these. And I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye.